Speaking of, I guess this kind of, I mean, we can kind of move on from this. But I guess this still kind of pertains to YouTube, especially Do. What is the hardest part, in your opinion, about learning an instrument with like you doing guitar and stuff like that?
All right, McNasty. There are two types of people in this world. There's those who are born pick slanting and those who have to learn it. That's an inside joke between me and McNasty. No one else will understand that. The hardest part, from what I've heard from other people, honestly, is the patience to, because I feel like a lot of people want to get good really fast, and it just really, unless you're some like weird prodigy, that just doesn't happen. So I think the hardest part for most people is just sticking with it and having the patience to like actually put in the time that it takes. Mm-hmm. Which for me, I don't know that was, I've played guitar for like 13 years. I don't remember there being like a specific struggle. I just always really liked it. But I think for most people, that would probably be the biggest deterrent, is like they want to see progress really fast. Like just like with anything, with like weight loss or building muscle or anything, people want to see results like now. It just doesn't work that way, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mine, for me, like growing up playing guitar, my biggest like hurdle that I took was going from wanting to like learn how to play Enter Sandman or like, you know, Walk by Pantera to actually like learning scales and learning like music theory and like trying to do scales. Because a lot of like I spent probably like 5 or 6 years just like not knowing anything about scales on a guitar. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, I can play Metallica, or just like, and then like it just took me a while to get to the point where like if I'm gonna ever be good at guitar, I need to learn where the notes are on a guitar, what notes sound good together. Like that was one of the biggest hurdles for me. And yeah, ever since I like switched my thought process, I've gotten a lot better.
I tell people that all the time. It's like a lot of people don't want to learn theory. They see it as like school. It's boring. It's textbook shit. They don't want to do it. But I cannot tell you, it's a night and day difference between understanding what you're playing and like why it sounds good, rather than some dude on YouTube told me to play 035, That's Smoke on the Water. You know what I mean? Like it helps you so, and then you can learn stuff so much faster too if you learn theory.
Yeah, that was I feel like that was my biggest issue. Like when I was in a band for about 2 years, and every time like if somebody wasn't there, I'd try to pick up that instrument. Like I never knew why anything went anywhere. They would just say, play this. This is what you're playing. And I would say, okay, got it. And I'd practice that, and I'd be okay with that. Mm-hmm. And I just that was it. Like I didn't understand any of that shit. Like learning it now after like, I don't know, after somewhat playing instruments, it's just like, it makes your life so much fucking easier.
The thing that sucks though is like, because whenever most people want to learn how to play a song, they're going to look up the tab. And all tabs tell you is to play 5 on the E string, 7 on the A string. And it's like, you start to view the fretboard as numbers rather than whatever key note it is. And that's what fucks you up. It's like, you're not going to be like, oh yeah, 5 goes with 8. So I'm going to like play those two together, you know?
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what the hardest chord for you to learn was? I still remember mine because it made my pinky bleed.
What the fuck?
The fucking G chord, bro.
G chord, really? That's one of the easiest.
You didn't want to put your pinky on the E string?
Bro, I don't know why. That shit, like, I could already play guitar, like, somewhat at that point. So I wasn't, like, complete retard noob. Like, I knew how to hold it and how to play and how to probably strum and shit. I couldn't do a fucking G string, bro. G string? G chord. It hurts so bad. I hated it so much. I don't know why.
Mine is probably the chord from Every Breath You Take.
Oh, that's a stretch.
Yeah. I don't even know what chord that is, but I know it's a chord.
It's a 7th chord, probably. I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. But like, okay, well, this is probably two guitarists of shit to talk about on the podcast. I don't know if
Guitarded.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a stretch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very stretchy hand-wise.
And I have smaller than average hands for guitar players. You think of people like Paul Gilbert who have like a pinky that's as long as his like middle finger or whatever. Yeah, I don't have that. So like a lot of Van Halen stuff is really hard for me.
Yeah, I feel like that's really important for guitar players to have a strong ass, like flexible pinky. Because you'll watch people shred and it's just like they have this insane pinky control. And it's like, dude, how do you fucking do that?
And then you'll see players who might as well not have a pinky. They might as well have it severed and they never use it at all.
I had that issue where it looked like I was always holding like a fancy cup. that bitch out. Yeah, that bitch was out. It was so bad. It was such a bad fucking habit. Yeah, that was definitely one of the worst parts about learning an instrument for me. The fucking hand control. That shit hard.
I think when it comes to just like instruments in general, though, because we just kind of specified about guitar. When it comes to instruments in general, it's definitely patience. What Deuce said.
Yeah.
Any instrument's going to take you a long time.
Passionate about it. Because like before I was into guitar or whatever, I was like super big into like watching musicians live and like watching concerts and stuff like that. And I was just like, dude, I want to fucking do that. Like I want to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And so that's what got me into it.
And then people a lot of times will be like, I want to do that now. And that's where they get discouraged because they pick up the guitar.
Because they get demotivated.
Yeah, you pick up the guitar and you sound horrible, of course, and you don't sound like, Slash or whoever your idol is, and it's like, that doesn't work that way.
Another thing too I want to point out is if you're starting out with guitar, don't go the cheapest route. Literally like bottom of the tier, bottom of the barrel guitars and amps. It's gonna sound terrible no matter if you're fucking like.
All right, I take offense to what you're saying, but go ahead. I literally built a 2 million subscriber channel on the cheapest.
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't see Squires as bottom of the tier.
Hey, dude, you got 2 million subs with a Squire. What do you mean?
I made a whole video talking about this, but no, go ahead.
Squires are not that bad. Squires are not something like you get like a full pack at like Walmart for like $70. It comes with some like
one of those bad boys.
It comes with an amp that's like 2 watts and like all you have is just like gain and volume. That's your entire control. Like shit like that. You're just gonna sound bad on no matter who you are. But you had a pretty decent. You had a modeling amp which you can change a lot. And Squires, they're not good, but they're not like just bottom of the barrel terrible.
Right. I mean, I got a lot of crap for like having cheap stuff, and like my piano is still like that piano that I use.
You still have cheap shit. Everything. Your chair is like $8 from Staples.
Yo, it's from an Office Max. Just whatever. So, this thing I have
across from these Staples.
How do you not have hemorrhoids just dangling?
Listen, I have never had any back pain at all. I fucks with this chair. This chair is
that's
really
probably because you weigh 7 pounds, I guess. It's like leaving a pillow on it.
No, but like I'm like the poster child for like the gear doesn't make like the player or whatever. Yeah. Because I built like a whole channel off this. Like I was saying, this piano is this is the practice piano my brother used when he took piano lessons when I was in like 6th grade or something. And I use it on my channel. I don't care. Like
that's so bizarre to me.
It's like I've been looking to upgrade and whatever, like, and I'll do it eventually. I'm just
ever since I met you, just like 2 years ago.
But I think YouTube is like a testament to showing that you don't really need the craziest shit to like to sound.
You don't need to make nasty guitar.
No, you don't need like even with like just being a YouTuber, you don't need the most expensive stuff. Like, dude, you can watch like. Who was it? Was it Jared Dines that like made a fucking shovel with one string and he put a pickup in it? And he made like some gent song. It's like, dude, if you can do that with a fucking shovel.
Oh,
like,
that was Rob
or
Scallon.
Rob Scallon. Yeah, whichever one. Like, I mean, it just goes to show you don't.
I know Jared Dines did one. He did one of those too.
Maybe he did that too. I don't know.
I don't think it was a shovel. I think it was something different.
But you're
one
right,
of them
though,
used a shovel with one fucking string on it, and it's like,
I will fact check.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube, I don't know. I feel like that's another thing, too. I always see people that come into my stream or something. They're always like, bro, I want to start YouTube, but I don't have like a 2080 Ti and I fucking i9 processor. I'm like, bro, we used fucking Dazzle screen recorders on Xbox 360 and put it into our fucking torrented
OBS Studio is fucking free.
OBS is free. Like
free.
You can use a fucking blue snowball dangling from your ceiling by shoestring. Like you do not need to spend $10 million to start YouTube.
No, literally not. Like my first like 100,000 subs came from me making Rust videos, and I had like the shittiest AMD computer like known to man, like some pre-built. Some pre-built from like an Office Depot or something. I mean, it was probably like a $600 computer, which I mean, yeah, that's a lot of money, but for a PC to record a game,
Yeah, I think
that's
my
nothing.
first one was worth like maybe $900.
yeah, that's not a lot of money if you want a good quality video. If you just want to play games, yeah, you can probably get away with that, like games at medium quality.
Yeah,
But when you're trying to make a high quality YouTube video, that's not the best shit. You can go back and watch my old Rust videos that have, you know, some of them have hundreds of thousands of views, and my
Some have
graphics
over 1 million.
Yeah, I think there's probably like one with over 1 million where like the graphics are dog shit, and my frame rate, like every like 30 minutes, my frame rate would go to like 2 frames for like a minute straight, and like some like vital clip to the video would be happening, and it's just like, nope, computer gonna have a stroke. But people didn't really care. People didn't give a shit. People still like the videos.
It's more about what you're doing in the game, or like whatever you're joking about, you know?
Yeah,
Unless you're like a tech reviewer, then you don't really need like, you know, fucking 8K cameras and $2,000 lighting setups and shit.
Nope.
yeah.
You don't need nano panels.
Even if you have to run the game on fucking lowest, I run my games on lowest like first person shooters anyway to get more frames.
Yeah, I do the
So
same
it doesn't
shit.
fucking, it
Frames
doesn't
over
fucking
quality.
matter. Yeah, it does not matter.
Yeah, even with because I have a 2080 Ti in my computer, and even like on like good settings in Siege, I still only get like 110, which is not like the most you can get. So I usually lower my shit too. Like
I
unless
feel
you
like
just,
people will notice that you're being passionate about it and not care that you know it's not the best looking or best
Right.
sounding or whatever. You know.
Yeah, and you just upgrade as you go along. Like we all started with
Literally.
that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to like, you know, people asking what you need and like what you need to start with, you don't necessarily need anything other than obviously like a basic mic, a way to record, and then an idea of what you want to record.
Dude,
Now,
like,
there's so many people out there that are just like, no, I don't want to start with anything less other than like top quality, and then like they just
the
never
only thing
start.
I would have to
I feel
give
like that's
advice
just an
for,
excuse.
the only thing I would have to give advice for is try to get a somewhat decent mic. Don't use a fucking headset mic. Nobody is gonna want to sit there and listen to your
Audio
baseless
file.
voice.
I mean,
Excuse me.
Soup still uses
That's
it.
$200 headset.
You went back to a headset microphone.
No.
Yep.
But you're
I
not.
realize nobody gives a
You're not
shit.
using
That's
Turtle
it.
Beaches.
I'm
You're using a
recording- I'm
$200
recording
Audio
with a-
Technica headset. So
A tech support microphone. That's what I'm bringing to the next Siege session. A fucking tech support
It would
microphone.
fit you more.
We should just do a whole session with like our first mics if we still have them.
Well, I
Dude,
still
I'm
have
down.
mine.
mine.
I'm down.
Mine was a Rock Band mic. I can dig it out somewhere.
Mine was a Blue
What?
Snowball, but I'm pretty sure I could get one off Amazon real quick.
No, mine's an Xbox 360 mic. You had this little adapter, and then you could run it through your computer and have a third-party program that would work with it. And yeah, you could use your Xbox 360 mic. It was pretty tight.
Yeah. Is it that one that just sat on your ear?
Yeah, and it only had the left ear. It was playing games with that on.
Dude, when I
was-
had one of those, my mom
God.
would like fart across the entire house and would just pick up like perfectly fine in that mic. This thing's picked up everything.
Your mom
gives me
would fart.
nostalgia. The kid's just eating it.
Oh, does Duber not fart? Sorry, I forget Duber doesn't have a fucking butthole.
Oh my god!
Oh, Duber's got a butthole.
wait! I'm segue, please.
Wait, no.